This episode of Southeast Iowa Today is brought to you by Griner Auto Body of Washington, Iowa. Using state-of-the-art techniques and decades of experience to get your car back on the road after an accident. Car Doctor of Washington, Iowa. No matter who Frankensteined it, they can fix it, clean it, and customize it. McDonald Boneyard of Keota, Iowa. For all your farm equipment and auto recycling needs. Hinshaw Trailer Sales of Richland, Iowa. You need a trailer? They've got your trailer, and they can fix what they sell and don't in their full-time repair shop. Girling Repair of Winfield, Iowa. If your mower is dead, call Fred, your Husqvarna, Aaron's, and Gravely dealer. Fred also fixes and sells snowblowers. B&B Propane and the family of jet stops. Dutch Market and Coffee Talk of Washington, Iowa. Dutch Market can handle all of your grocery needs, and they even have a conference room you can use for free. Coffee Talk's drive-thru is open and ready to serve you coffee, energy drinks, sandwiches, baked goods, and ice cream. They all present the award-winning Southeast Iowa Today. Here's the author of Christie's Journey, The Beat Goes On, and your host, John Bain.
Thank you, announcer Cody Roy of NewEnglandDukes.com. for your wonderful introduction and your golden pipes. I'm standing in front of the Fairfield Arts and Convention Center in Fairfield, Iowa. It's the 2025 Kenny Norton Southeast Iowa Farm Show. Let's go inside and have a visit.
Tracy, it's another year gone by and we're at the farm show again.
That's correct. Yes.
Thanks, Lee. That was Lee Dimmitt. If it was picked up on the on my microphone, if it wasn't, I have to say what he said. He says, "She's prettier than I am," and like, duh. So where were we?
Well, we were talking about the Southeast Kenny Norton Southeast Iowa Farm Show, and this is our 10th year for the farm show.
And tell the folks who may not know who Kenny Norton was.
Kenny Norton was a lifelong. He lived here in Fairfield all his life. He was very community-minded, and he was one of the founders for the Civic Center here.
Okay.
And one of his ideas was to start a farm show, to have a farm show. And so...
then it's very appropriate to have his name associated with this event.
Yes, and so probably 11, 12 years ago, we started talking about having the Southeast Iowa Farm Show, and so a committee was formed and put together, and then it's been this is our 10th year for the farm show. And after it was running for 5 or 6 years, we decided we needed to call it the Kenny Norton Farm Show. And even got to, at one of the concerts that night, we had him come up on stage and just present it, say, Kenny, we want this to be named after you.
Wow, I bet he was pretty surprised on that.
Yeah, and we're just so grateful.
What a wonderful tribute.
Yes, yes.
Now, speaking of shows, tonight you're going to have a big show here at this event at Center, and I'm going to miss out on it.
You should be here.
I know.
Pam Tillis is going to be performing tonight.
And what a great singer.
Yes.
And I was talking to somebody younger than me who had no idea who Mel Tillis is or was. So I had to explain her father, Mel Tillis, wonderful singer, country and pop singer for many, many years, who's no longer with us.
He was in some films too, wasn't he? An actor. Yeah.
Yes, and was in my favorite TV show. He was in one of the episodes of The Dukes of Hazzard.
That's right.
Yeah. And the thing that some younger folks may not know is he had a stuttering affliction, which he turned into gold. And I mean, he showed that even when you have that sort of, I don't want to call it a disability. I don't know what to call it, but it was an issue for him. But speech impediment, I guess. Yeah. And he made the most of it, and when he sang, no one ever knew it.
Oh, that's right.
And his daughter Pam I know she loved her dad so much. I remember seeing interviews and seeing them perform together on television. So this is a big treat tonight in Fairfield.
That's right, it is. So come on out to the farm show. Enjoy the farm show today.
Yes, and for the folks that haven't been here before, and I haven't asked a question yet to maybe answer this to full fulfillment, if there was one more thing you would say about the farm show to entice people to come next year, what would it be?
I would say it is for the community. It is just a day to bring everyone together, to enjoy a good day of getting out, visiting with your neighbors, seeing all the new ag technology, the tools that are available for ag, and just also a good meal. The pork producers are here today.
Yes.
So you can
Smells delicious.
Sit down, have a meal, visit with your friends and your neighbors, and just enjoy the day.
Well, thank you so much. I'm looking at my timer on the video right now, and we're at 4 minutes and 5 seconds of what I will call podcast excellence.
All right. Thank you, John.
Thank you.
I hope you're enjoying this podcast episode. If so, make sure to give it a like. Make sure to follow and subscribe. It's free. I appreciate you.
Alyssa.
Hi.
Good to see you.
Yes.
And I want to let everybody know, they already know this from the beginning of the program today, that Hinshaw Trailer Sales of Richland, Iowa is a sponsor. And I'm going to zoom in. We're right here at Hinshaw Trailer Sales booth at the farm show.
Yes, we are.
How's the day going?
Today's going good. Had a lot of foot traffic going through. They have a lot of little entertainment for kids to do with a little bingo kind of card that they go through every booth, and they get trinkets from everywhere. We just set up here with our trailer sales to let people know that we have new and used product available on our lot in Richland. Hillsboro trailer is our aluminum trailer. Delta trailers are our steel trailers. We have cargos. We have utility. You name it, we got it.
That's awesome. And I know attending the farm shows, not just here, but you were up in the Quad Cities a
Yes.
couple weeks back
Yep.
in Rock Island, and it was Rock Island, right?
Yes.
And then explain to us why it's so important to be at these events.
Well, for one thing, it gets our name out. We're in the corner of Iowa, southeast corner, so we kind of hit the quad areas with Illinois, Missouri. We're not too far from the borders.
Right.
So it's nice to overlap and let people know that we have trailers available for their livestock or equipment and cargo, and we have new and used. We also have a full-time shop that we do repairs on what you have, whether we've sold it or you got it from someone else.
There you go. Well, right there, that was a great commercial right there, but it's more than a commercial. It's informational, and it's actually a service, because you guys are a very important business in the agricultural and other industries for trailer needs.
Yes, we have frequent calls from like O'Reilly Auto Parts or the other trailer companies, or not trailer companies, part companies that don't have something for their equipment, and they can call us for trailer sales. We usually have what they have or know where to get it.
There you go.
So it's a good thing to have.
And I mean, that's something that knowledge doesn't come for being in the business 6 months.
No, it's been 20 years for me and over 40 for Corwin. He's took a little hiatus this time and made me work the show booth, but it's all a good thing.
Well, tell him I said hello.
We will. Yeah, he's missed. Corwin, you're missed.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, Alyssa, if there was one thing I should have asked you today that I didn't, what would that be?
That's a good question.
Well, thank you.
Well, I guess
I have to do this. She may not like it, but she's a gem. I have to say, there's your mom over there.
Yes, I brought my mom too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a good family event for everyone.
It is.
Farming is a family event.
You can bring your kids, or you can bring your mom.
That's right.
There you go.
You got a lot to see and a lot of information to get with the new products that are out there, both agricultural, banking, you name it. They got it all here.
They sure do. Well, Alyssa, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I hope you're enjoying this podcast episode, and if you are, please make sure to give it a like. Make sure to follow and subscribe. It's free. Sean, welcome to the program.
Hi, John. Thank you.
And we're here, obviously, at the 2025 Southeast Iowa Farm Show, and you got your friend Jake with you here today.
Yeah. Good buddy, Jake.
Hi,
Yep.
Jake.
Yeah. Also known as Kevin. I've met Kevin in real life a few times. He's a pretty good guy.
Okay, and yeah, he's always seems fun when we see the commercials.
Yeah.
So, the importance of the farm show. Share with us, your views as a local State Farm rep,
Yeah.
and why it's important to participate.
Well, we're in the middle of southeast Iowa, right? So farming might be a little important to our community
You think?
and to our state and maybe our country and probably the world too. So when we say we feed the world, I think that people should take that literally because we really do. So we're here to support the community and the farmers, and just our part of that is just help them understand their insurance and their risk management, and probably deep down one of my biggest thrills of helping farmers is their estate planning, so they can keep that farm rolling from generation to generation. So
that's how they get to be century farms.
Yep, exactly. And we've been here all 10 years. Maybe we missed one, so we've been here 9 out of the 10 years. And each year we kind of come away with a opportunity to help a family do just that. So it's kind of the reason we keep coming back.
And I imagine you have current customers that happen to come along.
Oh, absolutely.
And this is a very low pressure way of just visiting with you, visiting with friends.
Right. There's State Farm agents in every mid-sized to large town on purpose so that we build personal relationships with our customers. It's very much intentional, of course, and so we take full advantage of me being in my hometown, knowing people and cultivating those relationships all the time. These events like this are just one more way that we can make contact with our customers, reach out to potential customers, and meet the other vendors and see what they're doing and see if there's ways we can help them or they can help us even.
And with the fact that you have so many agents throughout the nation, there's probably another reason for that. When things happen and what you need insurance for, it's a lot easier to get a hold of somebody that lives down the road from them.
Sure, yeah. We're very strategically placed. Like I said, pretty much every county was going to have a State Farm agent or multiple State Farm. I mean, you go to Iowa City and there's probably 22 agents. So one for about every 10,000, 15,000 people. It's quite amazing. And when you get to travel in the State Farm world like I do and meet those people and get all those different experiences, and you could steal their best practices and ideas. It's one big family, actually. It's got 19,000 family members in it. So
that's incredible. I think you and I, we go back quite a ways, and we've talked several times. And one of our conversations that came to mind while you were saying that to me, I was paying attention, but this came to mind at the same time, is the fact that the training that you personally go through, not only to make sure someone gets the best insurance possible, but when a disaster happens, you personally are trained to go out and meet with people and be on a level that the people that are affected by the disaster are on, and be able to communicate and help them through that. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, well, luckily we haven't had too many natural disasters right around us. We've had some pretty significant hailstorms and things like that, and those are fairly easy to manage. But the thing that makes you feel real good at night when you see a big disaster, we've had like multiple tornado days in Iowa, and when you see that happen, you know that State Farm's already mobilized. They're already on their way with all the help and support crews, and they'll set up big tents and run people through those and literally help them hands-on, boots on ground kind of almost. And it's really impressive to see that. And then what you see too is like the surrounding State Farm agents or even agents from across the country will come in on their own dime usually, almost always, and also help support those guys. So I've been to Cedar Rapids for a few days after the derecho. I've been to Marshalltown after they had a tornado and helped my agents there meet with their customers because they can't possibly see all those people that have had damage. And I just help them get through that initial contact with people and help them understand that it'll be okay, help's on the way, and kind of what that looks like. And then give them some initial cash if they need it too. There's a certain amount of value that we could write as agents, and we just go and help them support doing that. So it's cool. It's just about helping people. So when there's an opportunity to do that, it's like these people that wear this color, just pitch in and do it. So it's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yep.
I was talking off camera to Tom a little bit, and the fact that you particularly, your agency, besides offering the services that you do in insurance, you help out the community a lot through donations or volunteerism and such. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, well, some of it's public and some of it's private. I'll keep the private stuff private probably, but we certainly are involved in all the civic groups in town. I encourage my employees to get involved and volunteer and all that stuff. I feel like it's important to do just if I was just a regular everyday citizen. But the fact that I own a business, I'm trying to give back to my community, really involved with the schools and try to support the learning and the extracurricular activities that go on there. And we actually spread that out, not just here in Fairfield, but I have a pretty wide customer base. So you're
in the Golden Triangle.
Yeah, we participate in about 5 counties. We go to 5 county fairs.
Wow.
And not just talk to people and meet them, but we participate in their 4-H auctions, which gives money back directly to the kids. I'd hate to even think how much money I've spent on that in 13 years.
Sure.
Sometimes it's only 3 or 4, but usually it's 5 county fair auctions. Sometimes I'm away on vacation or something, I can't make them, but it's been interesting to do that for as long as we've done it. Let's say that. So, and we've seen some kids grow up and become, farmers, and we've had some relationships with them. So it's kind of cool to see that.
I'm sure the return on investment on that is immeasurable.
Mostly intrinsically, but yes, certainly it comes back a little bit in business sometimes. But I think it's more just the right thing to do.
Right, and that's what I was referring to.
Yeah, sure.
Now, you and I both have a mutual friend, Shelby Flynn.
Yes.
And Shelby's got all those cute little Highlander cows and stuff. Yes. And I know that you have some of those.
Yep, we have 9 Scottish Highland. Some of them are regular size or standard, and some of them are miniature. And we have 6, 7 of them that should be having babies soon. We hope that they would have babies before this show, and we were going to bring some for show and tell, but it didn't work out that way yet.
That would have been cool. Now, when you say miniature, tell the folks watching and listening just how small these are.
Yeah, so a standard Highland cow might be like 44 to 46 inches tall to their back, and you measure them at 2 years old, and that tells you if they're really a standard size, a miniature size, or even a micro size. And I don't even know how small the micros are, but they're not handheld calves. You kind of see those on Facebook sometimes. Those are fake.
Okay.
There's no calves that are really that small, but they're pretty tiny. But the miniature calves might be in that 38 to 40 inch range when they're 2. And so we have a few of those they're 2 years old or older, and they're only like a little over waist high. So
that's cool.
Kind of crazy. People like them as pets. We of course have them I think they're pets, because I certainly couldn't get rid of any of them if I tried. My family would protest.
I wonder if they could be considered service animals.
Yeah, I actually yes, because they are real lovey. If you've trained with them a little bit, they literally will come up and snuggle and want to hug and scratch on the forehead or some treats, and they're pretty fun to watch for sure.
That's cool. Well, hey, this has been a fun conversation. I hope the folks watching agree that it's been fun watching this portion of it. We're at 9 minutes and 57 seconds of podcast excellence, and I thank you for that, sir.
Thank you, John.
Well, that's a wrap for the 2025 Southeast Iowa Farm Show here in Fairfield, Iowa at the Arts and Convention Center. Thank you for watching. Thanks to my sponsors, Griner Auto Body, Car Doctor, McDonald Boneyard, Hinshaw Trailer Sales, Girling Repair, B&B Propane and the family of Jet Stops, the Dutch Market, and Coffee Talk.
I'm your host, John Bain. Stay friendly, Southeast Iowa.